What is going on, guys? Brandon over here at Geek Talk. This is my movie review for Infinity Pool. Now, this movie, the last time I felt like this after watching a movie was Midsummer. Uncomfortable, weirded out, like WTF kind of feeling was Midsummer. But this movie, I feel like took that and raised the bar. You know, personally, this wasn't for me. This might be your cup of tea. I don't want to sit here and tell you it was a bad movie. I feel like that's what I'm going to do. But for this could be for some people. I know there's people that like these kind of movies with the subliminal messaging and the underlying message throughout the whole film, but it's delivered in a different way. It's delivered in a creative way, a unique way. It's not your generic A to B movie. It's different. And I can appreciate that sometimes, but I feel like this movie struggled with the fact that it tried to be too creative. And now we're at the minute mark. I've been waiting to say this. I don't know what YouTube's policy is. I don't know if you can say it 15, 30 minute, but what the fuck? What was this? This movie. Ugh. I just wanted to get what the fuck off my chest because this movie had me feeling like that the whole time. And not necessarily that can't be a bad thing. That's not a bad thing all the time. But for this movie, I just felt like it was stupid and nonsense. Like I said, it was struggling from the fact that it was trying to be too creative. It was constantly trying to be pushing the limits, making people uncomfortable. And I get that, when you make your viewers uncomfortable and make it a hard watch, I get that. It can be good. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad movie. But when you're constantly trying to hit that home run ball with every scene, every moment, every piece of acting, and it doesn't even hit the ball because it felt so sloppy. It felt like it had no guidance. It was, for me, it felt all over the place. It was up here, it was down here, it was over there, it was over there. The tone was fast, crazy, fucking nuts, wild, dry at points, boring at points. But then it brings it back up to notch 10 or knock 10, Mach 10, whatever. And it's like, okay, let me catch up. Let me understand what's going on here. And the twists and the turns that they tried to pull off, I feel like for me were pretty obvious. The only part that got me is when, and if you're not aware, this is going to contain some spoilers, but when Skarsgård is beating the hell out of that person, I was thinking, oh my gosh, his wife never left. That is his wife. And they're going to pull the bag off the head and he's going to freak out. And it wasn't that. It was himself. It was one of his doppelganger clones, whatever you want to call him. It was just himself, and it sent him over the edge in a manner for only a little bit, and then he went back to being a fucking nut job, and then suckling the teat. that I don't mind being uncomfortable, but to a certain point, I'm just like, why? Whose twisted mind thinks of a film like this? This guy, his name's Brandon something. I'm from what I've read, most of his films are this way, and just wild filmmaking. Not necessarily a bad thing, but this one for me, dude. Good Lord. And, like I said, I didn't want to sit here and tell you guys that it was a bad movie because this could be somebody's cup of tea. I could see people appreciating this kind of movie, this being their thing. For me, it's not always. For me, oftentimes I just get done watching the movie and I'm like, that was stupid. They tried too hard, too much to be different. It just wasn't right. This movie, it was just that. But I don't want to sit here and tell you it was bad. Because like I said, I've seen worse. I've seen movies where I'm like, the acting, phenomenal. Mia Goth, once again, knocks it out of the park. She is great. She can play a phenomenal psychotic person. I don't know if it's her eyes, her eyebrows, her big mouth, her teeth, but she gets it. She can. That's what I love about some actors is the just giving that energy from facial expressions. She kills it in that aspect. She can act with she wouldn't even have to say a word in a movie, and she could get across a message with just facial expressions. She's phenomenal. I am slightly concerned that we're seeing in her a little too much. She's been in Pearl X, this, I think there's another one coming out, and she's, for the most part, played the same the same character, specifically in Pearl and Infinity Pool. Like, we've seen this. I know she can act. She's phenomenal. But I hope there's a writers, directors that out there are going to give her a chance to branch out a little bit. Because this character, I think it was Gabby, is no different than Pearl. She's the same person. Same person, man. And I just like to see a little different, because I feel like, yes, she was phenomenal, but we've seen her before. And Skarsgård, he absolutely kills it again. He's one of the better actors of today. He's phenomenal. But I feel like the writer and the director were like, or I think the director and writer might be the same person, but I think he is. He basically said, "Hey, Skarsgård, I need the Northman. I need that energy, but I need him to be really, really sad. I need him to be modern day, and I need him to be a fucking psychopath. Can you do that for me? Can you do those 3 things for me?" That's what he was. That's what he was. I feel like he just walked off of the set of the Northman and shedded 50 pounds and said, I got you. We'll do this again. His acting was phenomenal. The acting from the supporting actors, I'm sure they have some some work to their names. I'm not familiar with them. They were all fine. Had no problem with the acting. I thought it was casted very well. I thought they did what they had to do, what they were told to do, and put their spin on it, put their uniqueness as an actor on it. I thought it was very well done. But outside of that, dude, it just didn't hit home for me, man. And I could be completely off of this. I know there's people out there that dig it. Hey, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like down below. Comment, let me know your thoughts on Infinity Pool. And if you're interested in future content, please subscribe. Like always, guys, love yourself. Try to love everybody. Oh my gosh, try to love everybody. Deuces.